Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video in The Sims 2 here with me, Addict. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, yes. Hope you've got a nice hot cup of tea for tonight's video. Tonight I am bringing you guys a speed build, as you can see, and this is a build that I actually did quite some time ago. I don't actually remember when it was. Wait, no, I've got a date on it. 27th of August I built this lot. So yeah, it was a little while ago, and it was actually in the midst of our Pleasantview series. It was when Darren and Christy Dreamer were on their honeymoon in whatever the tropical world is called, I don't remember. And they actually, you know, they were on their honeymoon and there wasn't really a lot of good places to go and just like have a nice meal in a nice cafe. And so I was like, I really want to build a cafe for this world. It's going to bug me that I can't remember what it's called. Twikki Island. There we go. It came to me. So I came in and I wanted to build a gorgeous little beach cafe. And so you can see me starting work on it here. Now, the reason I am bringing you this super duper old speed build as a video tonight instead of an actual Pleasantview episode is basically that I'm tired. It's 8:15 at night and I have just had a heckin' day. It's been a very, what did Vella say? Tumultuous Tuesday, or something that's a very clever alliteration that I can't even remember. I'm so tired. But basically today has been a day. I went to work this morning. Well, first I got up and took a jog, and then I left for work, and I was about 40 minutes from home, so 10 minutes away from work, and my new husband rang me and said that he's just put his back out. And he just dropped to the floor. He was in a lot of pain. Couldn't move, and he was going to be out for the next few days, and I'm there in the car going, oh my god, do you need me to turn around and come home? And he was like, no, don't come home, it's okay, I'll be fine, I'm just, you know, going to be stuck in bed for the next few days. And I was like, okay, you know, describe to me what happened, and it sounded to me like he'd pinched a nerve in his back. And I said, oh, make sure you try to get in to see a physio or a chiro today. Don't move too much, but also don't stay still too much. And so a few years ago, I pinched a nerve in my lower back, and it took me weeks to recover, and I learned a lot about the human body. So I gave him a lot of advice about, you know, things that I'd learned when I did that to my back. Oh, isn't that a cool little window cutout right there? Oh, I should really talk about what's going on in the build. But anyway, so to finish my story real quick. So my husband put his back out this morning. I finally got to work, and then it turned out our whole email system was down, so I couldn't send any emails, and most of my job at work is sending emails. But I had to stay at work because I had two meetings that I had to attend, one at 11 and one at 2:30. And then so after the meeting at 2:30, which finished about 3:30, I had to race home, and basically for the rest of the day I put together a spreadsheet of all the emails that I needed to send. And I got home and I sent all the emails real quick. And then I had to go to the grocery store, and then I had to cook dinner, and then I was taking care of my husband in bed, and then one of the dogs had an accident, and then there was the hot water bottle leak in the bed, so then we had to change the bed sheets. And I don't know, you guys, today has just been a Tuesday. It's just been a Tuesday, so that's my excuse for not having time to record a full episode tonight. Anyway, enough of my moaning about my life. Just know that bad days happen to everyone, everybody. But let's focus back in on the build. So my inspiration for this build was I wanted it to be very indoors, outdoors. As you can sort of see there, I've put this big like cutout window, which is a custom object, I believe, by Tiki. I'll put a link in the description below, but essentially you can create like a counter height window cutout, because a lot of beach cafes that I have been to, you can sort of, you know, you can go in, you can sit down and order, or there's often a space where outside you can sort of come up to the counter and order yourself an ice cream or a drink or whatever when you've just been for a swim on the beach. So that was what I was kind of going for here with this lot. So yeah, in there I wanted that to be kind of like the little kitchen area. I wanted lots and lots of lighting. I wanted it to look very much like, you know, most of the time they've just got the windows and doors thrown wide open. You know, there's this huge deck area that you can see where people can eat outside, have a nice time, you know, just relaxing and having a wonderful time here at the beach cafe. And yeah, so we do end up putting in quite a lot of this lighting. You can see here this festoon lighting all around the cafe, because I just wanted it to be a really lively, happy, fun place no matter what time of day it is. So you can come for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or just a coffee in the morning, or afternoon ice cream, whatever it may be. And yeah, so I wanted it to look very nice at night in case someone wanted to come here for a romantic dinner. I don't even remember what I called this lot. I think I called it like, I don't know, like the Surf Sands Cafe or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I also went with a beautiful sort of ocean blue clapboard on the outside of the lot, and then that nice pale blue wallpaper on the inside of the lot. And I'm pretty sure the wallpaper is actually a base game wallpaper, which made me happy. It always makes me a little bit happy when I can use base game objects for builds. At the moment, particularly, and especially when I was doing this build, I'm kind of in this mood where I am trying to use less custom content in my builds that I'm uploading for people. And yes, there is a link below the video where you can download this lot and all the custom content. So if you are interested in downloading it, there is a link below where you can do that. I think I do end up using a little bit of it, but yeah, I don't know, it makes me happy when I can sneak in just some like really simple base game objects these days. Again, I don't really know why. I don't know what's up with that. It's just a thing, I guess. I just worry that you guys who watch my builds, you know, aren't super into CC, so maybe you don't want to download a lot that's full of a lot of CC. I don't know, whatever the case is, but yeah. So you can see here I've put in the chef's stove. So it is a fully functioning restaurant. So your Sims can come here, sit down, order a meal. And then we've got 2 double fridges. I kind of wanted to pretend that one of those was like an open drinks fridge, but I didn't really have the right thing to put in. A trash compactor and a dishwasher, naturally. Tea. And yeah, you can see there's also a nice fish tank in the entryway as well. I put these I don't know, beach wave music speakers, I think they are. Yeah, beach wave music, is that right? I don't know. It's a particular station of music that's going to be playing when you're at this lot. It's very, very ocean vibey. And I thought that was really nice. Lots of plants, lots of decorative plants on the inside. And then you can just see me there. I just put in a bar, a tiki bar outside on the deck as well, because I thought that would be another nice touch. Is particularly if you are here for like a fun dinner with your friends, or you're newly married and you're here for a nice dinner. It would be nice if you could go ahead and order yourself a drink at the tiki bar outside. I've put in a restaurant podium there that is, it's like an invisible recolor, so it can be placed pretty much anywhere. I never know where exactly it's meant to go. I think it is meant to go right on the edge of the counter, so that's where I put it. Hopefully it works. Once again, I have not actually fully tested this lot. That's a bad habit of mine. Like, I build these lots and then I upload them and I'm like, yeah, I haven't actually tested it. So yeah, you might need to fiddle with that restaurant podium to make it fully functional. And then yeah, we go ahead and we put in these really cute base game, like quaint country round dining tables. And then I'm like, oh, do I like those? I don't know if I do. So now I'm messing around and thinking, do I want to use something else? I think I do end up sticking with the quaint country tables, if I remember correctly, but I do check through a lot of my little tables before I make that decision. I liked the quaint country ones because they did have that sort of like washed blue recolor, and also because they're kind of wavy, and of course I was going very, very like cliche, very corny, like beach vibes, you know, you gotta have the waves. And yeah, just some matching sort of quaint country style chairs there, which I thought looked very, very nice as well. And just trying to make sure that the layout and everything works well, and most of the tables are sort of situated under a window, because I thought if you were eating a meal in this restaurant, you would definitely want to be able to look out the window and see the beautiful surrounding beach. Originally I was thinking about putting some booth seating over that side of the restaurant, but then I realized it just wasn't going to work. It was going to be too much hard work to get that to fit. So I just go ahead and put in some more of the quaint country tables and chairs, which I think do look quite lovely. And now here we're going to start working a little bit on the tiki bar. So as I mentioned, yeah, I did go ahead and put a tiki bar outside, and I thought it would be a fun idea just to have this here for your Sims, you know, when they're, as I said, if they're like on a nice romantic dinner, they can grab a drink. Do I actually end up changing it for the Bayside bar? Oh, I may. You can see here I've pulled out the Bayside kitchen island counters to create the bar area, and I think I do actually have a matching like actual bar that comes with that set, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know if I used it here or if I just stuck with the tiki thing. Oh, and I used that tiki lamp, I'm pretty sure, which made me ridiculously happy because I never have a reason to use that tiki lamp. But in this lot, I was like, hang on a minute, I could use this super cool lamp that I never get to use. Tell me I put it back. Tell me I put it back. I'm sure I put it back. I hope. Anyway, and then yeah, you can see there is tons more seating outside for the Sims to come and enjoy a nice bite to eat. I wanted this to be a really, hip and happening, thriving cafe. Plenty of room to sit and enjoy whatever you wanted to enjoy with the beautiful beach view. This lot is placed, I can't remember like where exactly, but if you're familiar with Twikki Island, there's the pirate ship lot, and you can actually see that quite clearly in the distance from this lot. It's like just down the road from there. It is actually kind of difficult on Twikki Island to find little spots where you can put new lots. I find that the island is quite densely populated, so I wasn't exactly spoiled for choice with where I could put this, but I did kind of figure it out eventually. And then I went ham on plants. I went ham on plants, guys. Shut up, Beth. I put in a lot of pot plants because I thought that would be another really nice thing to do. And when we get to it, the landscaping for this lot is fairly intensive. Now, when I was landscaping this lot, I wanted more palm trees. And then I discovered that there's this whole set of castaway conversion plants that are available for download online. And there's like this amazing Tumblr, I can't remember the name of it right now, but they have basically remade every Twikki Island lot using castaway conversion stuff and base game stuff. So it's really, really cool. You can go ahead and check out a link for their Tumblr below. I will put their name on screen. I'll put their Tumblr below, so I'm not such a terrible advertiser for them. But yeah, I did end up using a lot of their custom items when I did the landscaping for this lot because I wanted it all to match in, and I ended up replacing all of the lots in Twikki Island with this creator's renovations of the lots because they were just so beautiful and really, really cool. And I wasn't too impressed with Twikki Island when I was visiting it with Darren and Christy, and I really wanted it to look a lot more lush, a lot more islandy, and be beautiful and tropical and all of that kind of good stuff. We're just putting in some Sims 42 conversion menu boards here. I love decorating my food lots with a lot of menu boards, and then we've got a standing one out the front as well, which you can see me popping in here. And then I think soon we are going to start the landscaping, but of course first, more pot plants. I realized I'd put in all green plants and I wanted to add some little flower ones. Right, sorry, there was a little pause there. I didn't realize when I started editing this that I actually took a big break in the middle of building this. I think I had to go and shower. So what we're going to do now is a lot of finagling with the roof. I really wanted this roof to be like, so you could just look up and there's a roof and it's open, but then I also wanted all the little wall pieces to make sense from sort of looking up at it from underneath the balcony, and that actually took quite a lot of work. It took a lot of roof piece placing. It took a lot of like deleting little bits of the roof like you can see me doing here. It took a lot of then adding in extra pieces of roof so it would all work properly and make sense, and it was actually incredibly complicated. If you do download this lot and the roof is a bit weird and a bit cack, that would be why. But essentially I had to replace the roofs like so many times to get those like little eave pieces to be in the right spot, and then I think I end up putting in like a full-size wall there, and then I shrink it down using constrained floor elevation so that it goes across at the right spot, so that if you're in the kitchen you can look up and there's like a roof ceiling above your head, but you can't see outside. And oh my gosh, was this complicated. I am still planning on doing a roofing tutorial, by the way. I know I've been promising that for a really long time, and I have not yet delivered it. Believe me, it is here in my brain noggins. I will get to it, I promise. This video would have been a really good video to just slow down and make it to a roofing tutorial, because yeah, it's really complicated. Oh my god. But you can see me here, I'm just sort of like going through, constantly placing down more and more and more pieces of roof so that they all appear in the right spots and they all look good and they all make sense. And yes, it was quite complicated. So you can see there's like a little extra bit of roof, and then I'm like, can I use a little half wall in here? Nope. So then I had to put in more full-size pieces of roof, shrink them down using constrained floor elevation, and then try to have them be the right height. There we go. That's pretty much gonna work. So yeah, am I a bit of a perfectionist? Maybe. Do I have an issue with having things, you know, match the exact look in my mind that I have? Yes. I don't know. I just take it. I think I end up adding in some extra pillars for those pieces. I can't remember why I had to do that, but in the end I kind of enjoyed that I did, because I liked that, you know, there had to be some more architectural and structural support for the roof than what we initially had. The only problem was I had to put that column there, and then the bar was in the wrong spot, and then I had to move this table, and I was like, oh god. So it did end up being just a little bit more complicated than I would have liked. But that's okay. But yeah, often like there are columns and pillars in non-ideal spots on lots. I don't think that's that unusual. And then yeah, you can kind of see here, I realized there was like some random tiny little piece of roof that wasn't at the right angle, and then I was like, oh my gosh, what is this piece of roof? Went in, deleted it, then I had to refix a bunch of stuff. This was so incredibly complicated, but I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. I think when I was filming this, I was like, I'm gonna have to edit some of this out, but I think it's good. I think it's good for me to leave it in and show you guys just how complicated it was to make the roof look exactly how I wanted it to look, which I think I'm there now, I think. Yep, just checking around, and then I was like, oh wait a minute, inside the kitchen isn't right, because I wanted there to be full height walls all the way around the kitchen. And I don't actually remember how I accomplished that. Let's have a look. Oh, I used some more constrained floor elevation. Oh, isn't that clever? Clever me. Okay, so yeah, I just put in another not quite full height wall, and then I think I added an extra little piece of roof on top of that as well. Yeah, because it was sticking through a little bit, so then there's like, I was like, oh. I added even more brush roofing. So it's a very, very complicated, convoluted, complex work of Sims 2 art, and I'm not sorry about it. Here I am going like, oh gosh, that pole is not in a good spot for this bar. So then I think I end up like reconfiguring the bar entirely. Yep, looks like I do. Oh, we've paused for something. What was I doing here? Who knows? There we go. Okay, and yeah, moving on. Let's just continue getting this to make sense. Looking good. I also really would have liked, does anyone know of some custom content that's out there that's like a bar table? Like a table that's like slightly taller, that you can put bar seats around? Because I think that would be cool. Like wine barrels that are like a bit taller, and they're like bar height seat like surfaces. I don't know if that's a thing. Anyway, so now we're coming in to do a little bit of detailing, and detailing is not necessarily, not necessarily my strongest suit, but I thought I did pretty good on this lot. Just there behind the fish tank, I put in a custom object that's like a custom kitchen tile backsplash. Really, really cool piece of custom content that I downloaded from somewhere. I think it's Mira's Kitchen Backsplash. I could be wrong about that, but that does sound fairly familiar. I went ahead and put some like funny sort of islandy masks on the walls. I thought those cricket backs looked kind of cool. Maybe they were like more like, you know, paddles or oars for a boat or something, but they're clearly cricket bats. I don't know what I was thinking, whatever. I do end up, I think, putting a surfboard up on the wall. Yes, here I am. I'm like, oh, a surfboard, that's so cool. Where are we going to put this? And then I put it there, and I'm like, okay, well, now I have to move the speaker, because, you know, It's important. Oh, right. And then here I'm like, oh crap, I haven't made any toilets for this restaurant. Your Sims are going to need to go to the bathroom if they are at this lot potentially. So then we go ahead and we just create a separate little building that is a little toilet. And I kind of liked that idea as well, because it means that, well, not in the game, but in real life, if you were here on Twikki Island, you were going for a swim at the beach and you needed to go to the bathroom, you could come up here and you could use these public toilets without having to be a patron of the restaurant, which I thought would be nice. And yeah, just make lives a little easier for the Sims. Again, it doesn't actually function like that at all in this in The Sims 2, because we don't have an open world, so it just doesn't work like that straight up, but oh well. And then I think yeah, they're relatively simple. Oh, that's a decorative cash register as well. Yeah, that's cool. I liked that because they're, yeah, again, just going with that like cut out cash register idea. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think the toilets are relatively simple, to be honest. I don't think I went too crazy making them extremely fancy. Oh my gosh, I need to sneeze. I've been so sneezy lately, so sniffy. I don't get hay fever. I don't know what it is. It feels like a little bit like, potentially, because I drink lactose-free milk, but potentially I've been having too much like other dairy lately, and I've just been getting a little bit stuffy. But I do also have a lot of dogs in my house and they do drop a lot of hair, so it could also be that. But it's so annoying when you sneeze these days and it's just like, I don't have COVID, I swear, I just sneezed, I'm fine, I promise. And you're like, please don't hate me or judge me. Oh my gosh, I'm not dying, I swear. But yeah, so very simple toilets, only a couple of toilet stalls in there, and then we just put some really, really simple looking sinks along the edge of the wall. Oh, is this before I downloaded my awesome new basic mirrors? It might be. On my Pinterest, if you guys are interested, I have the greatest mirror set. They're like Elena simple mirror set, I think is what it's called, and it's linked on my Pinterest, and it's just really, really nice simple shaped mirrors. So yeah, get around that because it looks really good. Okay, so looks like we might actually be just about to start the actual landscaping of this lot. And as I mentioned, I did have a little bit of fun landscaping this place. This is a custom terrain paint, which I really like. It's like sand and rocks kind of mixed together. And I wanted a pathway that kind of snaked around and went down into the beach as well. But yeah, here you can see, so these trees, these are conversions from The Sims Castaway, I believe. Really, really nice palm tree conversions. I thought they were so fun. I loved the angles of them. They're just really interesting and fun shapes to play around with as you're decorating. So yeah, we go ahead and we do use quite a lot of those. There's a lot of like fern plants in the lot here. There's a lot of rocks. I do put gravel underneath the lot because of course that's what you should have underneath a lot. Apparently. I often do color underneath my lots. Let me know if you guys do as well, either in dirt or in gravel. But yeah, so we put in some little colorful Japanese maples as well, just because. I don't think I put in too many though. I think I only put in a couple. And then, yeah, we kind of just layer it up with lots and lots of interesting plants, shapes, rocks. I think those rocks there with the green on them are Marvine's waterfall rocks, if I'm remembering that correctly. And then, yeah, you can see me here putting in a lot of different like ferns and garden plants. Since I built this lot, I've actually expanded my CC plant collection quite extensively. Downloaded a bunch of CC plants from Beautiful Nerd Kitty's Tumblr, tested them out, thought they were gorgeous, so now I have those in my game. I really could have used them. Just like giant like grassy plants and ferny plants would have been really nice in this lot, but I didn't have them at the time, so you know, it's fine. We make the best with what we got. Using a couple of base game plants in there actually, which I thought looked quite nice. And yeah, just trying to make this lot look very beachy, very coastal, and I think it turned out really well. And I actually think I may have decorated it with even more landscaping after I finished recording, potentially. So we'll have a look in the screenshots what it looks like. It may look a little bit different, which will be coming up very, very shortly. But yeah, more rocks, more plants. I really wanted it to look quite lush, quite overgrown. It's very difficult for me to actually go so heavy on plants and landscaping because I worry about people's game performance. I worry about my game performance for that matter, and like purple flashing and everything. So if you do have graphic troubles with this lot, I do recommend you go in and delete some of the plants. That'll probably really help with your computer's graphic load. Last but not least, we've just come down to the actual beach area to just chuck a couple, is what I was trying to say, of little things down on the beach. So we chucked some little lounge chairs down there. We could have put a hammock down here as well. I think I am looking for umbrellas. Yes, I am. Just not too much going on down at the beach, but just enough that if your Sims wanted to spend a day hanging out at this particular lot, they could do a little swimming, a little relaxing on the beach. They could have a cafe that's like right there. So even though it's kind of like a restaurant cafe lot, it's also a beach lot, which I think is kind of nice, and I really like how that kind of get together. So now we're just going through, and I was like, I don't like those lights anymore, so we're going to replace them with wall lighting instead. Oh, that's right. No, that's why I had to. So I had ceiling lights in, right? But then I realized I didn't actually have a ceiling in this lot. It was all like open to the rafters, so it didn't make any sense to have ceiling lights. And I was like, oh snap. So then I had to come through and put in a bunch of wall lights, which was actually kind of difficult because I'd placed so much wall deco all over the walls, and I was like, oh crap, how am I going to actually light this place properly? The little things like that do matter to me. I like there to be, you know, if you've got a ceiling light, it needs to have something that's, you know, could feasibly be holding it up, whether that be like a beam or a rafter of some kind, or I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just too pernickety and too funny about these kinds of things. Maybe, I don't know. And then I think here we're just adding in more lighting, some little things on the table. Oh, there's a tiki torch. Tell me I put in the tiki lamp. I could have sworn I put in the tiki lamp. Oh man. Well, okay, when you guys get this lot, if you do, you need to add in the tiki lamp. I put in a torch, like some tiki torches, but not the actual lamp with the girl wearing the hula skirt. Oh, how lame is that? Anyway, so yeah, the lot is basically done at this point. I'm just adding in a little bit of ceiling in the actual bathrooms. And now we're going to jump into some screenshots. So yeah, here's the front of the lot looking beautiful. I think it came together really nicely, and I think it really fits in really, really well with Twikki Island. Here's the entryway, looking great. I love the fish tank. And then looking out the other way, looking quite nice. I like the blinds that I picked. I think they look good. That's the sort of counter cutout from outside looking into the kitchen. And that's the view from the deck, which, like, oh my gosh, to die for. I need to go on a holiday. Oh my gosh, that looks so nice. Somewhere warm and beachy. Yes, please. And there's just down the side of the lot, the back of the lot, and then we're going to move back to the front of the lot for one last screenshot. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this speed build. I look forward to playing this lot in the game and yeah, having a really fun time bringing my Sims here. If you want to, as I mentioned, you can download the lot from the link underneath the video, and let me know if you do, let me know if you play with it, and yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me, and I hope that you have a great rest of your week. I will try to get an actual Sims 2 video out on Thursday. Hopefully it is not as terrible as today was. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Do all that great YouTube stuff. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.